Just so it's known, anyone and everyone who is knowingly assisting John Collins Black in his mission here to block people or stop people or thwart people or intercept people or change the goalpost by moving things, all of that is collusion, and it implicates you in a federal offense. You are a party to a criminal act, and you will be held accountable as well. That's not going to look good on your businesses or your companies or your establishments or your storage facilities or your farm. It's not going to look good publicly when it comes out publicly, and it will. I wonder if they know that. I mean, I suppose that all these people have already been bought and paid for, or they wouldn't have done it to start with, but I wonder if they know just how much trouble they're all in now. I doubt it. Most of them seem like decent people. But just to give you the rundown real quick, I'll tell you exactly where the lion's share, or more accurately, the Cowardly Lion box originally was. And you can go and try to disprove it to me. You disprove it. I want you to go. See, no one else has even touched on this, but mountain biking is a big part of John's practice, his fun, his leisurely time, his zen, his meditation, as it were. And that 2 of these boxes were on highly trafficked mountain bike parks that are free to use to the public. Okay. And hence the easement, so to speak. It's private property that's been publicly allowed for use or whatever, been, permissed for public use, but it's constantly manicured. And the lion's share, or Cowardly Lion, more accurately, the box was at the Rocky Knob Mountain Bike Park. Be solid and have grit. Rocky Knob. Backbone. You name it. Several things. But Rocky Knob Mountain Bike Park. Go there and look up the trail names. If you've read the book, you go to the Rocky Knob Mountain Bike Park and look at the names of all the different trails and see if you can't relate those to the images and the clues in the book that were literary. Then I will tell you that in the boat image, as well as all of the larger images in each of the smaller chapters, it's outlined. You just can't read it there. But in the boat image, in the water underneath it, where the little X is, look on the cover of the book for this. It's easier to see. But you're going to try and scale the water. Even the boat says these things, by the way. But the water is where it says under the Army trucks ramp bridge. And it's the Picasso-looking painting actually says Rocky Knob Mountain Bike Park below Boat Rock Bailout. And I'll just shoot you a few names of the trails right now to get you keyed in, so you might be interested. The PB&J, remember a mouse's favorite food? The Dancers Are on the Land, that's the Dolphin Disco. The Jackie Onassis thing, where it's like she bailed out. Remember the boat rock bailout? First, she's the kind of person that rocked the boat, and then she bailed out. There was no harm or foul in that. It was necessary for her to bail to do that. And then Saddle Ridge, cowboy riding the lightning, right? Saddle Ridge, which happens to be down a power line hill, by the way. But the let's see what else is over there. That'll tell you where it's at. Oh, Middle Earth, the Black Forest, Rome. What else? I'm trying to remember the names of it's been a while since I've been over there, but that was because I walked around for 3 fucking days looking for the box, only to find that it was missing, and later, much later, to find out who took it. And it just so happens to be 2 brothers have 3 of the boxes, and they're the same people who took the one at the Lynn Cove Viaduct, although I'm not sure the younger brother was there at the time. Because again, my memory is foggy on the situation. It was so long ago. I'm talking 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and very brief and had nothing to do with me. I just pointed it out and showed it to them, and then they took it. But I didn't remember that. I mean, it had nothing to do with me. And here I am 5 years later, and I see this treasure hunt thing come about, and I think, man, wouldn't that be cool? And then they say he's from North Carolina, and it kept falling in my algorithm, and I jumped in there, and I gave it all I had. And then I saw the freaking video about the boxes themselves, and it showed the boxes, and somehow, I couldn't believe it, but somehow I felt like I had seen 2 of those things, which was impossible, because as I understood it, they were spread out across the country, and the damn treasure hunt was just getting launched. Crazy stuff. So I dismissed that feeling. And I mean, you can see on my evidence and in my images and in the shared files that I put up, thousands of pictures, you can see where I went to several other places that were very hard to get to before that, like, 20 different places a couple times each before I ever found the first one of these. So I certainly didn't know where the hell it was, and I most certainly would have never bought into this or gone after it so hard had I ever even had the inkling of the idea or concept that anyone could have found it yet, number one, much less having taken it. Yet here we are. Because the most unbelievable thing about this whole thing is the fact that John knew that the whole time, all of them, as what he says, and then went forward with this book as if nothing happened after halting print for a year and amending it in quiet, in silence, in shadow, in secret, and putting this steganography and this sympathetic ink and these typographical anamorphic calligrams and all this other crap, micro dots, you name it, in this book. So that's what halted print. That's what he had to change. That's what he's done. Premeditated, 100% definite, thoroughly executed, and currently being manipulated, breach of contract and outright fraud against the American people, and me especially, the absolutely regrettable winner of this whole thing. I wish I'd have never heard of this. This last year and a half has certainly aged me 5 years. I had my first panic attack at that first place. That alone is an ass beating by itself, John. By itself, that's your ass kicked from me, buddy. Just sending me out there on some bullshit, and then it turning out to be bullshit, and you denying me, then me finding out that I was not only 100% right, never mind my memory of it, but discovering it in the book too, but then also discovering that you knew all along that it was missing. So that's why you were so suspicious in that one phone call, and I couldn't even believe it was you. Because you were being a criminal. You're a crook. You had that sneaky sound in your voice. Accusatory, interrogative. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I might not have any money. I don't. I live in a little 1-bedroom house. See? I'll show it to y'all. I want everybody to see where I live. He says that I'm a bum. A lazy, fat bum. That... I don't know what he says. I mean, he even talks about the last time I filed taxes. It's crazy. But anyways, this is my house. Let's see. This is my little house. That's my yard. This is my house. That's my boat. These are my rides here. I don't have much. And there, that's my motorcycle. Like I said, I don't have much. This is where I live. I need to weed eat really bad, but I gotta go get some gas. But anyways, and that makes, and like, I mean, you wouldn't even believe how busy and hard I work. I am a little bit a mess, but that's because this whole last year and a half has been absolute mayhem and torture. But does it look like I don't do anything? Does it look like I don't work or do anything? Look at the tools. All I do is work, John. You're the one that doesn't work. You're the one that doesn't appreciate or value hard work. I don't know how you came into your money. Maybe it was just that Bitcoin bullshit, but I actually work, and not for money. I work for the love of my family. The only reason I'm in this little house, this little rundown house, as you call it, is because I was here to take care of my folks, which I did until they lost their house after my father died. All because I trusted you. But that's okay, because the door swings both ways, and you got yours coming. Thanks for listening, everybody. I hate to have to break it to you, but we're all being robbed. I can't wait till somebody else can see this shit, so I'm not all alone on this. I never thought winning something would suck so bad. Maybe that's why I never tried to do it. Of course, I've never seen a fake opportunity like this drop in anybody's lap, or a real one for that matter. sad. Know thy foe. I know you now, John. I see you.